Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome back to the session, which is on series the LLM and Generative AI series. Today, this is the third lecture. Okay. And in this class, what we are going to discuss is how you guys can use API key of LLM provider, and also how you can choose different models and how you can use Python language and also SDK, Python SDK, and how you can write code and how you can build backend applications. Everything today we are going to discuss. Okay, first of all, how to create an API key. So yesterday, anyway, I showed you one website, right? Google Generative AI, right? So you have to go to the website if you are using Gemini. If you wanted to use Gemini, then you have to go to AI Studio. Okay, Generative AI Studio. Google Generative AI Studio is what exact name of the site. Google Generative AI Studio. If even if you write Google Generative AI, you will get an option called AI Google AI Studio. Yes, you have to go to this site. Okay. So after going to this site, you can see yesterday we used here only the instruction, and then here we have used the prompt, and then we have also gone through different type of settings or else the parameters. Okay, everything we have seen yesterday. So today what we're going to do is how to create an API key. If you can see here on the top of this thing, get an API key is an option is there. Okay, so you can go to that option and then you can click on this. You can see I already created. Now I will delete this and then we'll create it for you. Okay, so you can click on create API key. Okay, so you can choose one Gemini API. Okay, and then create API key in the existing thing. Okay, so it will take time to get open, and then you can see the API key got created, and this is the API key. Just copy that thing and then store it somewhere. Okay, store it somewhere. Here I will share this. I will share this notebook anyway, but I recommend you guys, you have to use your own API key from your account, because it is all depend upon the how many tokens that you are using, something like that. Okay, so that is why create your own API key and then use it here. Fine. And this is the first step that you have to do. So here I have given a very good steps where you can follow the steps to build any kind of application. So first step is you can import libraries, the important libraries which are useful for creating applications using generative AI, Google Gemini AI. So these are the libraries that you should import first. So first is OS is nothing but the for path and all, it is not required that much. This is important. Google dot generative AI. This is the library. Google is a library. Inside Google generative AI is a separate module is available. Now we are importing as Gen AI. You already knew this concept, right? Import pandas as PD. It is similar to that. And then from Google, we have to import again Gen AI. Okay. So these two things are required. Okay. I mean, sometimes this SDK will work, sometimes this SDK will work. That is why I kept both the things. Okay. And what happens is Google always keep on change its functions, and all their developers keep on changes their functionality, add more features and all. So that is why I always keep track of the SDKs. Okay, for example, if you want to know more about okay Python, Google Generative AI SDK. If you type this thing, you will get Google Generative AI. Yeah, you will have all the information of generative AI, Python related functions. Okay, you will have this. Otherwise, you can also see this is the official site from Google only, from Vertex AI. Okay, you will get to know all the different set of functions and all different set of coding. Okay, if you go to the Python section, there you will see all the Python imports. Google import Gen AI, Google dot Gen AI sometimes import types, and then how you can set up your API key. Okay, how to call that, everything already there. Okay, no need to worry about those things. Already the coding is there. Just take the same code here, and then you have to build the application. That's it. So the same code you can see I am referring from official documentation only. The same way I just wrote the code, you can see. Okay. So importing, and then calling the API key, and then assigning the API key. After that, building the API key with Google. Okay, just it is we are passing the API key inside the Gen AI. Now it will cross check whether this API is valid or not. Otherwise, you will get an error. Okay, if it is not valid. Okay, then today will learn the template based. Yesterday we learned about instructions, right? Instruction based. Now we will learn the template based. For example, if you want to build an application which you want to decide, I mean, where you want to decide the output should be structured according to your instruction. For example, if it is confusing, let me help you to understand this in a better way. Um, you want your outputs like this. Okay, so first here it should say that welcome to the course. Okay, welcome to the course, and then it should say that hey, hi, something like that. You might have experience in AI applications in mobile, or else something even in ChatGPT also. If you say hi, it will say also hi. A template based. Okay. So if you want to have such things, I will show you with an example. Here I just mentioned welcome to AI long-term course. Okay. The first it will the AI output will start with this, and then it will fill the AI result. Got it? Here you can see ask any question. So what is Navy base? Okay, here I should mention F. Okay. Yeah. Uh AI hyphen underscore result template. Okay, just give me a second. No need of it. Yeah. Okay, how to build such applications is first of all you design what is your template. Okay, my template, for example, I want the AI outputs to start with welcome to AI long-term course, and then some a small function. In this function, doubt can be asked from user. Okay, and the template you have to pass whatever the template that you want your AI results to start with and or else end with. For example, if you see email, you can create an application out of this, an email template. The first name, sorry, the sender, the receiver details, and then summary of the body. If you provide to the AI bot, then AI obviously will come up with a structured mail, right? So that application also will try to build. So okay, here the template is it will start the outputs will start with welcome to AI long term course, and then AI result. Okay, here the prompt is act like a say intent plus context. Yesterday I already discussed this concept, right? Intent plus context should be really helpful. So that here if you observe the prompt, it is saying that act like a student friendly application where okay, user will ask a question to you as a doubt, and answer the doubt with your knowledge, and fill and provide answers. This is what the prompt, a basic level prompt. And then doubt can be replaced the doubt, and template can be template. Here, answer the question and fill the template. Okay. So this is what I clearly mentioned in the prompt. So then how to use Google Gemini SDK in the backend. See, this is the function really helpful. Response is equal to client dot models. Okay. So if you go a step back, first of all, we need to configure. So during configuration, what we are doing, Gen AI is nothing but our generative AI, Google dot generative AI as Gen AI, right? That Gen AI has an object called client. In that client, we will pass the API key. So directly it is saying that if you are typing anything inside here, whatever you type here, so the question, okay, whatever the prompt you are asking and running, it is actually linking to your API key. Okay, it is actually linking to your API key. Now you are not using any more the UI. Instead, you are writing or making your application done in the backend. Okay, so by how? By just connecting the API key of your account. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you. So this is the very important line of the code. So this is where you will get the configuration. You are configuring the with the generative AI on the basis of API key. Okay, here here this is just a prompt. Okay, so but here if you are using client already we defined, right? This client is having one option called models, sorry, sub module called models, where you can pass your models. Here you can see model option, right? This is model. We are using Gemini 2.0 Flash. In my application also I just use it Gemini 2.0 Flash. And contents are contents is the place where you will pass all the prompts in the backend. Okay, so whatever the prompt, that prompt has to pass like this. See, this is a standard way. This piece of code is a standard way. For example, let me show you one thing. Let me show you one thing. Here I just use like this: model, content, prompt. Prompt can be anything. For example, what is AI in PHR? Three words, three sentences. Okay, this is a prompt. Okay, so now the response is having model and contents, and this got closed inside this function, right? Now if you print response, you will get the results. Let me run this first for you, then print the response. You can see the output how it came, something like candidates, inside candidates content, inside that parts, inside that video metadata we did not pass any video, that is why video metadata is not, thought is not there. I mean, we don't ask AI to think something, that is why thought is nothing. Code execution also nothing, executable code also nothing, file data is also not there, function calling is also not there, function response is also not there. Why, what are these all things? These all things, if you observe, those are the tools. We did not enable all those tools, that is why the backend application also saying that no, none, only text is what the output. This is the question, what is AI in three sentences? This is the output that I am getting. Okay, so now we don't want all these things, we directly want our text. Then how to get the text? Response dot text. Okay, so if you use, then you will get the result. For example, if you ask the same question, if you ask the same question in AI in Google Studio, you can see here you are asking the same question in Google Studio, you are getting a result, right? See, you are getting a result in three statements. You did not enable all these things, right? If you want to get a code out of this, there is an option here. You can see get template API code for your prompt in different languages. Select that, and by default it will be Python. If you want to write in TypeScript or AppScript or any rest, then you have to switch between the languages. Now I don't want to switch because Python is enough. So this is the code, standard code. This is the code I have to use. So generate client, okay. Then API key we have to replace with our own API key. Okay, remember that. Then this is the model and contents. I just told, right? Contents are really important. After model, we have to pass the content. Inside content, what is really important? A prompt is important. These are all things are not so much important or necessary. That is why I did not call all them. By default, the values are there. You can see by default the values are already there. That is why no need to pass all those things. Directly you can pass prompt. Okay. So you can just copy the code and execute and change your API key. Then you will get the same result in the backend. That is also there. Got it? But I wanted to simplify with the coding. So that is why content I just add directly the prompt. Remaining values I make it default. That is why when you print response, you got all the values and mentioning that none, 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 none. Those are the default values. If you want to include them, then you have to include in such a way like this. In such a way like this. So like this, you have to add, and then you can add like this, and then insert and something like this, and then safety instructions you can add like this. Response type is by default it is text or plain. If you want to get a structured output, then you should enable the option called structure output. Now if you observe the code, you can see structure output application is JSON. You can see the now the structure output automatically will get called. Up to now, is this clear? Let me know, because I wanted to get a confirmation. Up to now, is it clear? Any confusion, please let me know. I will make it clear. Hmm? Up to now, is that clear, guys?
So uh, I understood that. Yes, so I understood that we were taking the API code from the Google Gemini
Hmm.
and using that in our project and
Exactly.
generating. And after that, we were comparing the result, the codes and everything,
Hmm. Yeah.
parameters and all of that. That's what
Okay.
I understood.
Okay. What about others? Mushraf, Gauri Priya, Samreen, is it clear, or need one more time clarification? Because if you understand these steps, remaining steps are really easy. The remaining applications are really easy.
Yeah, understood, Ashwin.
Okay. Yeah. So let me revise this thing, or else let me again discuss these things quickly. First of all, we need the libraries. So what libraries do really require is Google.generative AI or Google. Anything is fine. That is why I mentioned both. Okay, anything is fine. Either Google.generative AI or else Google, from Google directly import Gen AI. Okay, and then the second step is you have to use your API key. How to get the API key? You can see this option called API key in the UI. Once you get the API key, paste there. Actually, you should secure that API key in your environmental variables. In your environmental variables is there, right? In system, edit your environmental variables. Actually, here you should create. Okay, here you should create one environmental variable. Here you can see I created CUDA path, something like that. Here you should add one more environmental variable, and then you have to fetch from there. That is why OS is required. Okay, that's what the code is all telling in the Google documentation. Here you can see API key directly. You should not paste in real application. But as of now, I wanted to make it clear. That is why I directly pasted. But we should always secure our API key, because it is all involved money and all, right. See, this is the way how you should fetch your API key. Export is the term you should use, and then you have to fetch the API key from your environmental variable to directly here, so that nobody can catch your API key in your code. Okay, that is what. So here you can see nobody can understand what is your API key, right? But you should fetch in the same way. But as of now, I'm using it open. But because it is anyway free, I can directly delete and then again create. That is also fine. But in reality, when you are working in an organization, if anybody get a chance to work in LLM project, if they provide you API key, you should secure. That is your responsibility. Okay, remember this. And then once you call the API, this is just an assignment of the API key. You can say I just equaled it. After that, this API key I should pass carefully to the Google Gemini client. Okay. Once you pass this, then you are configuring. This is what a configuring. We are configuring the generative AI application with Python. After that, this variable is really important. Inside this variable, the models is the function we should use. Generate content is the actual function where it will help you to generate something. Okay. Inside generative AI, generate content, two things are really important: model and contents. Okay, what is model? What you would like to use? Yesterday we discussed about models and different models in generative. Sorry, Google Gemini, right? I am just using Gemini 2.0 Flash. Okay, and then contents are really important. Inside content, what you can pass is prompt is really important. Remaining things by default it will be there. If you want to edit them, you can also edit. Those are the tools which are provided to you even in the UI. You can see these things. If you enable, you have to mention them in code as well. If you are not enabling them by default, those will be there. Once you prepare the response, okay, then if you print the response, it will give you all the things. For example, if you want only the output, then you have to use response.text only, so that only the text output only will be visible. Up to now, we have discussed this thing. After that, what I'm going to discuss is template. For example, if you want to fix one template to your outcomes, for example, this output is not having any template. You can see directly a question I just asked, I got the result. That's it. I don't have any template. For example, if you want your output to come in a proper template, like welcome to the course, or welcome to so and so university, or welcome to our company, what is your doubt? In chatbots, if you see, for example, any company chatbot, if you open, okay, where is this chatbot? Okay, actually, chatbot should be there. I don't know where it gone to. Okay, if you see any chatbot, it will say, hey, hi, how are you? Something like that, right? So that type of template, if you want to add, you can add that template, and you can pass that template in the prompt itself and explain the AI. See, I have my own template. You have to replace your result there, and then, give me the result, something like that you can add, and then run this one. Okay. And then if you have any doubt, okay, ask. I am just using Python input function so that I can ask a question in the box. Ask any question like what is meant by AI in medical domain. Okay, so I'm just asking a question, then it will reply. Okay, yeah. So your question is what is meant by AI in medical domain, and answer explanation. All right, so AI, it is not providing me any template. You can see here it is providing the template. Welcome to AI long-term course, AI result. So I want only this thing. Okay, I don't want all these thing. Okay, so if you don't want all those things, then you should mention that thing in the prompt. Yesterday we discussed that thing. So I don't want any commentary gets added to my result. So just replace that and then again ask a question. What is temperature? No, no, no. Uh, what are the borders of USA? Okay. AI result. Welcome to the long-term course. AI result. The United States of America shares land border with two countries. One is Canada, one is Mexico. That's it. One is to the north, one is to the south. Additionally, the US has maritime borders with Russia in the Bering Strait, and then Cuba Islands are there, and Bahamas Island is there. So, likewise, AI result. If you don't want to put in AI result, you can also remove this. Okay. or else you can store this result as AI and then replace this here in an effective way. That is also possible. There are multiple ways. This is all, you can think and then you can assign them. Here, there is one more way like prompt initialization I just given. Here you can see, I want my AI to act as a data science expert where AI can take any question related to data science, related to data science, and then, yeah, it can answer any question related to data science. Okay. And question, I want to replace my question here. Please provide the answer. Okay. Like that, whatever the question if you ask here, for example, what is ML? Okay, the output will be like this. You are a data science expert. The prompt, this is what prompt forming, prompt initialization. So prompt initialization is nothing but you can write whatever the prompt and just replace your question in an effective way programmatically. This is simple programmatically thing. So we are assigning a question here, we're just replacing here so that the final prompt to AI will be like this. Okay. And then this is what very important function building. Here here what we are doing is we want to create we want to create an application where AI can take inputs. Okay. AI can take inputs especially from data science. If any question comes out of data science, my AI should not respond. For example, here here in this thing, if I ask anything related to data science, what is data science in 2 sentences? Okay. So it will definitely provide me the answer. If I ask what is physics, okay, that is also it will provide. But I want to build an application in such a way my AI should respond to only data science related questions. It should not respond to any other type of questions. This is what my application. For example, let us consider you are working for a medical domain where users will come and ask any question related to medical domain, the AI should respond. If the user came and simply the user is asking what is the difference between physics and chemistry means, it should not respond and encourage those things. Correct? So you have to build an application like that. Here you can see how I'm doing. Just add a prompt. Okay, you are a data science expert. You can answer any question related to data science. Earlier I built using computer science. That is why it was. Okay, data science based on the question is not required. Okay, related to data science. Then question can be anything, and please answer the following. For example, here somebody you have to do some unit testing. You have to understand like what can be the questions may come to AI, which are somewhat related to data science, but not exactly data science related. For example, what is microprocessor? Microprocessor is related to the computer or else the electronics thing, right? But the AI should say that if anybody asks a question like that, AI should say, sorry, I cannot answer this. And again, any question, what is supervised ML? Yes, it can answer that. Similarly, somebody may say that question is, what is data? Okay. AI have to think that, yes, I can answer this. Okay. Likewise, okay. Likewise, okay. Likewise, you can consider what are the different type of inputs that user can ask. Okay. And how you want to respond AI, how you want your AI to respond to such questions. Okay. And mention all of them like this. And then, okay. And then you can simply the same one client.models.generate content, then mention your mention your model, and then these are all considered as a prompt, and pass that prompt directly and return that response dot text, because this is where we have the output, right? And if you want, you can add one more statement that I only want a direct answer, no other commentary or explanation. Yes, that is also good. You can run this one and you can ask a question. For example, what is chemistry? What is chemistry? And it will say that, yes, I can answer this. Answer this, but it did not provide any answer. So likewise, the AI results are always sometimes like this. So you have to make sure the prompt should be correct, and also you have to provide right things to the right application. Sometimes it may give you. That is why even this AI is also will say that one very good statement. I will show you. If you ever observe this one, here it will come. AI results are not 100% correct. Okay. So let me rerun this one again. Ask any question. What is physics? It is. I can answer this. Why? Okay. Here it should say. Sorry, I cannot ask any question which are related to data science. Otherwise, don't provide any answer. Instead, mention. Sorry, I can't answer this. Yeah. So now let's see what is physics. See, now we just added one more line that now it is trying to understand, and then that is why prompt should be very clear enough. Now let us ask any question related to data science. What is K means algorithm in 2 lines? Yes, I can answer this, but we have to say that yes, I can answer this. Here you have to do that, provide your answer. The process what I am doing now is what prompt fine tuning. Is it clear? So is it clear? So whenever you see you are not getting the desired output out of AI, you should add the relevant elements in the prompt to get the desired things. That is what tuning the prompt, also called as prompt tuning. Now you can see what is K means algorithm in 2 lines. See, yes, I can answer this. The K-means algorithm is an unsupervised machine learning used to cluster data points into K distinct. Now, is this clear? Now, is this concept clear? The prompt fine tuning, yeah. So, likewise, you should clearly mention in your prompt how it should act, and in what way you want something like that. Okay, yeah. And another thing, so where a computer science, you can answer any question related to computer science based on the question answer. You can do this as a practice purpose. Yeah. Now, very important thing is how to measure pricing calculation. Okay. You understand, I think, what is exactly the output. Output is response dot text. Okay. Response dot text is what the AI result. Is that clear? The AI result stores in response.text. I already has shown you what is response. Response means complete thing, including the pricing. Response also includes pricing. If you want to only the output to be displayed, then response.text you should use. If you want pricing, then you have to use usage metadata. Usage metadata consisting of cache token details, cache content tokens we did not use these things as of now, but we have used a token count, candidate token count, everything we used. We used metadata, media modality is text. We used only text, not images and all. And total tokens, how much it contained and all. You should effectively fetch what do you want. For example, if you want candidate token count, candidate means also called as input tokens. Got it? Input tokens also called as candidate tokens. If you want to fetch candidate tokens, you should use response dot usage meta dot candidate token count. Then you will get the how many input tokens you used in your application. Okay. Similarly, if you want to fetch the prompt tokens, also called as the output tokens, the output tokens only six, something like that. And then total token count is 63. You can count 57 plus 3, 63. If you want to also find pricing for one response, what is the price? I already mentioned you, if you go and check here, okay, it is saying that for 1 million tokens, they are charging $0.10. But how many token input tokens we have? 57. You have to calculate like this. 57 divided by 1 million, right? This is what 1 million, right? Isn't it? Into 0.10. See, this is how much. This is what. If you don't add underscore, then it will directly calculate. Okay, like this much. 0.000000. Six zeros. After six zeros, it is 5. For one response, that much. But as an application grows, I'm sorry, if the application is big, then the tokens also will get increased. Eventually the cost also will be calculated accordingly. Okay, is this clear how pricing can be calculated? Is that clear?
Yes, Ashwant.
Yeah, very good. So as just again revise, let me revise because it is these concepts I can agree a little bit confusing. Up to now what we discussed is how to create and then why am I hearing my own? Someone else. Yeah, now it is clear. Okay. Yeah, any question, Brajwal?
Yes, can you go through again real quick if possible?
Yeah, correct, correct. See, for example, I mean, if you get diverted, please now again you can concentrate from here onwards. Here in if you are using Gemini, so these are the standard steps you should follow.
Mhm.
Importing, calling, and then client, and then response. Up to now, is it clear? Response till
Yes.
response, it is clear, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's clear.
In response, if you print only the response, you can find many things. But
Yes,
if you
very
want
common.
only the output, you can only get the output by like this response
Yes,
dot text. Okay.
yes, yes.
After that, template. This is what template guiding. For
Mm-hmm.
example, I mean the terminology may differ. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I am using a word called template guiding, something like that, but nowhere in
Yeah.
the material it is mentioned what is template guiding. If you type in Google, you will not
Yeah.
find what exact word. Okay,
Okay.
relevance. Okay, what is template, template in prompt engineering? You will get like this. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
format or template. Sorry,
Okay.
template. Okay, so you will get this is the reusable one and structure proper structure. It is predefined recipe or else. Okay, here,
Okay.
for example, if you want your outputs to start with a some
Welcome.
buzzword, welcoming board or else something like
Mm-hmm.
that, you can create a template and pass that template effectively in the prompt, and then your results you can see. Welcome to the AI course, then
Mm-hmm.
AI result, and then the result of the AI. If you don't want
Okay.
this AI result also, then remove this. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
or else effectively you can replace with the help of F string. That is also can be
Mm-hmm.
possible. Okay, that is what template. If you have any template, let us say the template is like this. Template is like this. This is important template you can follow. Here Two, you are writing all the time mail to your HOD. Okay, for example,
mm,
HOD. So you mention that in the template itself, and then you mention the body of the letter
mhm,
like this, AI result. Okay, AI result, and then AI underscore result. That is better because
mhm,
we are anyway storing it in a variable name. And then from,
mhm,
let us say, H1. Okay. So
mhm.
this is what the AI result. So now I want my AI, now I want my AI to respond based on the question, or else the subject, sorry, not subject, body of the letter. I want my AI to replace the body of the letter based on the input.
Yeah,
Got it?
yeah, got it.
So now what you can do is, okay, you can mention that prompt first. Prompt is equal to, you can mention like this. See, it is automatically completed. Very good.
Mm,
Uh, this Google Colab is anyway integrated with Gemini. That is why you can see act like a
mm,
student. Already, I did not enter. It already entered.
yes.
Okay, template given to you, something like that. Act like a student-friendly application where user will ask a question to you as a doubt, and answer the doubt with your knowledge and fill the details in them and provide the answers. Okay. Actually, my actual intention is not like that. I wanted you to act as my email buddy. Okay. So you have to help me in writing the, body of the body of the letter based on based on my question, based on my what we can say, requirement,
Immediately. Yeah.
or emergency, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, you have to mention the requirement.
Mhm,
Requirement is equal to, what is the requirement? I want to apply for a leave due to medical emergency 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 from 2nd May to 15 May. This is what my requirement. Okay. I want you to act as my email buddy where you have to help me in writing the body of the letter based on my requirement, and then mention that I am writing this mail to my HOD. Use a professional language
mhm.
and respectable statements. Even though the spelling mistakes,
Yeah, yeah.
spectable,
Mm,
even though if there is any spelling mistakes in the prompt, it's not going to be big impact because it has a capability to auto correct it. Okay. I'm
yeah, yeah.
writing this mail to my HOD, so use professional language and requirement. You should only you should only provide provide me the body of the letter letter. I'm having an email template with me. Here you can add that template. Okay. Here you can see, instead of this we can write like that. like this. There are many ways actually. Okay, there are multiple ways to do this. I am using like this AI result, AI based body of SULT. Okay, so this is what the template I'm assigning. This template I can pass even before prompt so that it will be clear. Okay, I have my own template. I'm just asking my prompt in the prompt. Okay, I can even remove this thing. See, I want you to act as my email buddy. You have to help me in something, blah blah blah, and then use template. I don't want, I don't want any commentary, something like that. Gets added to my results. Okay, yeah, fine. Up to now, is it clear?
It's clear, Ashwin. Clear. Thank you.
Yeah. So this is what prompt based. So sorry, template based. We will fix one template and then we will say the AI how to start the response and how to end it and where exactly it should replace and all. If you run this one, okay, you will get the result. See, subject, leave of absence, H1. Okay, dear sir or madam. It already added dear sir, sorry. It also added. And thank you for your understanding. But it did not replace the template. So you have to again provide that in this one. But anyway, it helped us like dear sir. Okay. And here body letter. AI result. Okay. I'm having an email template with me. So replace this with your generated response. Okay, generated email body. Okay, so now you observe the result. Dear sir, I'm writing the request of a leave option. During this time, I will not be available. Blah blah blah. And then I'm understanding the importance of my responsibility. I will keep so and so. Thank you for understanding. But it did not end it properly. And if you feel that it is
Mm.
not ended properly, then what you can do is instead of writing a template like this, you can do like this. So what I'm going to do is I will remove the template from here and then I'm also I will also remove this. It is all based on the output. You should always change. There is no fixed rules. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I will provide the template and then here I will print here
In
response
the response.
dot text. Okay. And then print this template. See, to the HOD, dear sir, subject now got added.
Yes.
So it don't know name. So that is why it is a dear HOD name. We have to pass them also
Yeah. Yeah.
so that it will also replace there. And
Right.
then here I'm writing all these things. I understand this. Then thank you for your consideration. Now from Yashwant. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Likewise,
Mhm.
according to the output, what exactly it is giving and where exactly it is lagging and all. For example, if you do it this way, okay, to ChatGPT, it will provide you the best result. Okay, I will show you that. So this is what the thing, right? So in ChatGPT, if you provide the prompt like this, okay, and ChatGPT can provide you the best results instead of Gemini. If you use ChatGPT, same similar way, requirement and prompt template if you pass, to the chat GPT. Here you can see to the HOD, see how good it is writing. That is why ChatGPT is always recommendable in doing
Yeah.
these type of tasks. Okay, so that it has a better understanding than Gemini models. Okay, so this is all it matters. I mean, this is all it required. The way how exactly you are getting the outputs out of the AI, you have to observe them and then you have to replace wherever it requires. And next concepts also just, if you observe, this is called prompt initialization. This is a simple Python function I just provided. How exactly the Python will convert your input inside your prompt. This is what it will help you. So for example, here user can ask any question. That question effectively it will pass it here. That is what F string we anyway discussed in Python lectures. Okay, and now this is what few shot learning. Yesterday we discussed about zero shot, few shot, one shot, right? This is few shot because here more than one example we provided. You can see more than one example we provided. This is what few shot. So this type of application will help you whenever you want your AI to limit its knowledge to something. Is that clear? This concept is really important. Whenever you want your AI to limit its knowledge to some subject or some domain, then you should provide a prompt like this. Is this clear?
Yes, it is clear, Vishnu. Thank you.
Okay. And next concepts are anyway already discussed. Just I want to walk you through. So remaining concepts are uh, you can see here, yeah, response dot. If you use response dot text, you will get the only the output, final output. But if you want prompt tokens, you have to get the you have to use this function calling like usage underscore metadata. Okay, and inside usage metadata also you will not get all prompt tokens completely. You have to use again candidate tokens. Count means you will get the input tokens. If you use prompt token count means you will get the output token, and if you use total token count, you will get the total count. And according to the pricing of the model what you have chosen, you have to write again a separate function and to calculate the price in dollars.